Okay. Now, at one point, Elon had a book that came out. And in the book, he spoke about you. He called you a terrible human being. He said, my dad will have a carefully thought out plan of evil. He will plan evil. He said almost every crime that you could possibly think of, he's done. He's good at making life miserable, that's for sure. He's not a happy man. I don't know how someone becomes like he is. And he also mentioned that him and his first wife, Justine, promised each other they wouldn't introduce their kids to you. Now, when you hear that, what do you think?
Well, I have met all these kids, so that's kind of strange to me. I met all the kids, when they were small. So, I mean, the first wife, Justine, less said the better from my point of view, So, that was a mistake. As far as Elon saying those things, I think he was interviewed by Rolling Stone magazine, and I think they could, I don't know, they must have caught him on a bad day or something. But I've never, as I replied, Rolling Stone phoned me and asked me if I'd like to comment. I said, well, I've never actually planned anything evil that I can think of, and I've certainly don't make plans to hurt anybody. I've simply never hurt anybody, deliberately anyway, in my life. I don't know what you're talking about. But I don't know, it depends how your kids see you. I mean, what I did do in my kind of career was I didn't suffer fools. And if something serious was going to be destroyed or ruined by the action of a fool, then I would not let it happen. Just not let it happen. And so they were very aware of the fact that I was somebody who acted very quickly in the event of things going rotten. And so, I look at the situation you had with Biden and the situation they've now got in England. That wouldn't have happened if I had been there under my watch. Never. I would never let something like that happen. I'd do whatever's necessary to stop such bad things from happening that these so-called government people did, Fortunately, now they're going to face the music. But at any rate, yeah, it's possible that they were aware of me dealing with contractors, dealing with people harshly, and not deliberately. It was in where a person was put into a position where you either deal with the situation or it's going to get worse, So I don't really know what he was talking about, actually. It was a surprise to me because at that time I was more or less retired. I actually retired from very big involvement when I was about 35. So, I was, I don't know what he was talking about. So what I can say is, I'm an open ocean qualified skipper or yachtsman, and people have said they'll let their children or their people go anywhere with me across the ocean, whereas they won't let them go with anybody else. And the same thing has been said about me with flying. Because they'd say, I'll let my child go with Errol, but not with anybody else. Because I think they see I'm not going to let them down. Something like that. Anyway, so what I would say is, it's a pity that he said things like that. Stupid, really.